Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. Today we're going to do a chair practice and you're going to need a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a necktie. So let's begin class. We're going to come seated forward in our chair so our glutes are on the chair, hamstrings are off the chair, allowing us to have a 90-degree bend at the knees, feet flat on the floor. Thinking about our posture now, a nice tall posture here, resting your hands on your lap. Taking a moment to just collect yourself and prepare for class. Closing your eyes, noticing your breath. When you inhale, do you allow the belly to rise, breathing deeply. Just notice without judgment. Taking a moment to scan our bodies, starting at the crown of the head, working all the way down to the toes. Notice any areas you need to be mindful of as you move through this practice today. It could be an old or a new injury that's bothering you. Please remember, always keep yourself safe, and if a pose does not feel comfortable, you do not need to do the pose. Please wait for us to move on to something else. Starting with our 4 square breathing exercise, inhaling through the nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the emptiness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. And now return to your regular breath and just notice if you're allowing the belly to rise on the inhale. Gently open your eyes. Beautiful. We're going to start by bringing the ear towards the shoulder on one side, gently stretching the neck. Remember, still sitting tall, breathing deeply here. And returning to our starting position. And now bringing the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. Breathing deeply. Returning to our starting position. Lifting the chin towards the sky, looking up, stretching the front of the neck. Returning to center and lowering the chin towards the chest, stretching the back of the neck. And gently lifting the head, returning to center. We're going to start by rolling out the wrists in one direction. Still sitting tall in your chair. Rolling the wrists in the opposite direction. And now making a gentle stop sign with one hand, bringing very gentle pressure to the fingertips just until you can feel the sensation, the stretch, the lower part of the wrist. Holding here, still breathing deeply. One more breath here. And now lower those fingers and once again gentle pressure to the fingers, feeling a sensation of the stretch in the top of the wrist. Always stopping at that first sensation of the stretch to keep yourself safe. One more breath here. Let's change hands, making that gentle stop sign, bringing gentle pressure to the fingers, feeling the sensation of the stretch along the bottom of the wrist. One last breath. And let's lower the fingers. Once again, gentle pressure, feeling the sensation of stretch along the top of the wrist. So sitting tall, breathing deeply. One last breath here. And let's roll it out once again in one direction. And then rolling in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Shaking it out. Now we're going to grab the chair with one hand, bring the opposite hand to the sky, really stretch and reach, looking through the fingers as if you were trying to touch the ceiling. Holding here. And now adding a nice side bend, still gazing up through the fingers. And returning to center. And now the hand in the sky grabs the chair. Opposite hand comes to the sky. Really stretch and reach. Trying to touch the ceiling with the fingers. And add that nice side bend. Still gazing up through the fingers at the ceiling. Returning that hand to center and lowering down, rolling the shoulders to the back. And now changing directions, rolling the shoulders to the front. Beautiful. We're going to remove the yoga strap from our shoulders and we're going to balance it on our thumbs, a little bit wider than hip width apart, placing the fingers over top. We're going to start with the strap down by our knees, lifting that strap up as we inhale. And as we exhale, bringing that strap back down to the knees. Now we're going to add some cow and cat breath here. So as we inhale, we're looking up towards the ceiling, lifting the strap high. And as we exhale to cat, arching the back towards the back of your chair, lowering the strap to your knees. Inhale to cow, looking up, opening the chest. Exhale to cat, arching the back as we lower the strap. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow, this time lifting one foot off the ground. Exhaling to cat, placing that foot back down. Inhale to cow, opposite foot lifts. Exhale to cat, place it down. Inhale to cow, lift a foot. Exhale to cat, place it down. Inhale to cow, lift one foot. Exhale to cat, place it down. One last time. Inhale to cow and lift a foot. Exhale to cat, place it down. Inhale to cow, lift the opposite foot. Exhale to cat, place it down. Beautiful. Just going to take a moment to do some more neck movement here. So we're going to bring our chin over one shoulder, looking over the right shoulder, lowering that chin down and allowing the head to roll slowly across the front of the body and then across the back. Once again, at the right shoulder, rolling slowly across the front, slowly across the back. Last time, slowly across the front and slowly across the back. And when you get to that right shoulder, we're going to reverse directions across the back in the opposite direction, rolling across the back and then slowly across the front, slowly across the back, slowly across the front. One last time, slowly across the back and slowly across the front. And when you reach that right shoulder, just allow the head to come back to center for a moment, taking your hands and bringing them to the back of your neck. And as you lift your head, gently massage up and down the neck. Gentle massage, just noticing if you're holding any tension in the neck. Massaging up and down the neck. One last time, up the neck and down the neck. Moment. We're just going to bring one hand to the opposite knee, taking a hand behind us on the chair, sitting nice and tall here. On an exhale, twist and look over the shoulder, holding here for 10 rounds of breath. Remember to continue to breathe deeply. One more round of breath here. And slowly relax and come back to our starting point. This time the opposite hand to the opposite knee, bringing a hand behind you on the chair. Once again, sitting tall. And on that exhale, twist and look over the shoulder, holding 10 rounds of breath. Sitting tall, breathing deeply. One more round of breath here. And slowly unwind, coming back to center. Now taking that strap, sitting all the way back in our chair. Strap is balanced on the thumb, fingers closing over the strap. You can just have your toes just touching down to the ground here. We're going to inhale and bring that strap up. It's going to be wider than hip width apart here. We're going to exhale and lower that strap behind us. Feeling the shoulder blades engage as we lower. Inhale, bring that strap up. Exhale, lower behind. Now, if you're not feeling this, bring your hands closer together on the strap. Inhale up. And if it's too intense, bring your hands wider apart on the strap. Exhale behind, feeling the shoulder blades engage. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last time. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, bring that strap up. Beautiful. Let's just lower that strap around our shoulders. Let's come seated forward in the chair once again. We're going to extend one leg out so our heel is touching down to the ground. We're going to bring both hands sliding down that leg, finding a resting point. Now it may be reaching your toes and maybe holding around your ankles, your calves, or perhaps even just holding on either side of your knee. So find what works best for you. Keep a slight bend in the knee and enjoy this beautiful stretch in the back of the leg. Remember to breathe deeply. Two more rounds of breath here. And slowly allow the hands to drift up the leg. Beautiful. Bringing that foot back to a starting position, both feet flat on the mat. Extend the opposite leg out, heel touching down, and both hands glide along that leg. Once again, finding a comfortable spot, keeping a slight bend in the knee. You may find that one side, you might be able to reach lower than the other. It's perfectly normal. Wherever you can reach is where you need to be today. Breathing deeply here. Enjoying this beautiful sensation up the back of the leg. Two more rounds of breath here. And allow the hands to gently glide up the leg once again. And bringing both feet, once again, 90-degree bend at the knees, feet flat on the ground. Beautiful. Now we're just going to walk our toes out on a diagonal. And we're going to come into a nice goddess pose here. So having the arms in cactus at the side of the body. We're going to draw the hands and elbows together in front. And draw them back to our starting position. Coming together in front. Returning to our starting position. Once again together. And returning to our starting position. This time we're going to bring those elbows slightly behind the body. Once again engaging those shoulder blades. Feeling the shoulder blades here. Beautiful. Sitting nice and tall. Feeling the opening in the chest. Coming back to our neutral position. And once again drawing those elbows slightly behind. Feeling the chest open as we engage the shoulder blades. Breathing deeply here. Coming into neutral. And this time bringing everything together in front. Coming back to neutral. And drawing those elbows behind the body. Bringing those shoulder blades into activation. Back to neutral. One last time drawing together in front. Last time to neutral. And once again bringing those elbows slightly behind. Engaging the shoulder blades. Beautiful, and just allow those arms to relax. We're going to roll out the shoulders. And let's roll the shoulders in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Now we're going to take one elbow down to a knee and bring the opposite arm up, looking through the fingers at the ceiling, getting a nice stretch in the side body. Still gazing up through those fingers. One more breath here. And coming back to our starting position. And now the same thing on the opposite side, allowing the elbow to rest on the leg. Opposite arm comes up, looking through the fingers at the ceiling. One more breath here. Beautiful. Once again, changing sides. This time drawing the arm across the front of the body, reaching out in the same direction as the toes. Breathing deeply. One more breath here. Coming back into your seated position. And now the opposite side, bringing that arm across the body, pointing the fingers in the same direction as the toes. Looking through the fingertips. And returning back into our seated position. Now taking the strap, bringing your feet together once again, knees at 90 degrees, sitting forward in the chair, feet are flat on the ground, taking the strap around the sole of one foot. Lifting that leg, keeping a slight bend in the knee, and bringing both ends of the strap into the same hand as your extended leg. So your free hand can grab the chair. We're going to extend the leg out to the side for an inner thigh and groin stretch. Holding here, breathing deeply, keeping that slight bend in the knee. Sitting nice and tall in your chair. One more breath here. And let's draw that leg forward, grabbing that strap halfway and bringing it across the opposite knee, keeping the foot in the strap flexed to protect the bent knee. And on an exhale, lowering the torso towards the legs, just until you feel a sensation of a stretch in the hips. Now remember, it may be a little uncomfortable, but there should not be any pain. If it's painful, just rise up and find a place that works best for you today. So enjoying this beautiful stretch in the hip, breathing deeply. If you can, bring yourself a little closer to the legs. Gently rising up. And we're going to lower that foot to the ground, bring the strap into both hands. We're going to bring the opposite foot into the strap. Once again, lifting that leg off the ground, keeping a slight bend in the knee, and bringing both ends of the strap into the same hand as the extended leg, so your free hand can grab your chair as you bring the leg out to the side for an inner thigh and groin stretch, keeping that slight bend in the knee. Sitting nice and tall here, breathing deeply. One more breath here. And drawing that leg forward, taking that strap halfway and drawing the foot across the opposite knee, keeping the foot in the strap flexed to protect the bent knee. And on an exhale, lower the body towards the legs. Once again, feeling a nice sensation of the stretch in the hips. Remember, keep breathing. If you can, draw yourself a little closer to the legs, deepen the stretch. And slowly rise up. Allow the foot to come down to the ground. Remove the strap. Sitting tall in your chair once again. A few more rounds of cow and cat breath here. Starting with cow, lifting the arms and the chin and the chest towards the sky as we inhale. Exhaling to cat as we arch the back towards the back of the chair. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And now something a little different. As we inhale to cow, when we get to the top, we're just going to twist to one side and hold for 2 counts. Coming back to center, exhaling to cat. Inhaling to cow. When we get to the top, twist slightly, hold for 2 counts. And return to center, exhale to cat. Inhale to cow, gentle twist, count of 2. Return to center, exhale to cat. Last time, inhale to cow, gentle twist, hold for count of 2. Return to center, exhale to cat. Beautiful. Coming back into a nice seated position here, rolling out the shoulders. Releasing any tension, rolling the shoulders in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Placing your hands on your lap, sitting nice and tall, closing your eyes, focusing on your breath, noticing if you're allowing the belly to rise on the inhale, breathing deeply. Taking a moment now to scan the body once again, starting at the crown of the head, working down to the toes. Notice if there's any changes from the scan down at the beginning of class. Noticing without judgment. Bringing your attention once again to your breath. Drawing your hands together at heart center. Breathing deeply. I'd like to thank all of you for sharing your energy with this practice, for taking this mindful time for yourself, and realizing that it really is easy to love yoga. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.